What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We are on opening day eve tonight. We got MLB starting up tomorrow. Got all sorts of deals with early bird discounts going up until first pitch. I just tweeted out a Guru Credit bonus. You can get a bonus on a $40 or $100 purchase up until first pitch tomorrow. And we got a lot of things to look forward to. We got a golf tournament tomorrow as well. I will be posting golf content on my site tonight for the Valero Texas Open tomorrow. And then, we got NBA, like I said, 10-game slate here tonight. I'll be giving 5 picks in this video as I usually do, 1 for each position. I'm already going to say that Dennis, I've already wasted too much energy on Dennis Smith last night, but I will wrap back around to it real quick on how ridiculous that was last night. A guy who wasn't questionable gets ruled out 2 minutes after the game was gonna tip, so you can't even edit him out of your lineups. Is crazy of NBA news we've seen towards the end of this regular season. That takes the cake. That was absurd yesterday. But we put it in the rearview mirror and we look at tonight's slate. There's a good amount of value, obviously some questionable guys. With 20 teams playing at the end of March, we're going to run into some questionable guys. I mean, that's just a given. But again, we got MLB tomorrow. We have the main slate at 1 o'clock, nice day games. We also have, a ton of 4 o'clock games. I'll probably play the afternoon only slate as well. And then we only have 2 NBA games tomorrow. So a lot lighter of a basketball slate. So jumping into picks tonight, I'll give you guys 2 point guards that I'm looking at because I like a guy for cash and I like a guy for GPP. Killian Hayes for cash. If SGA does play tonight for the Thunder, there is a blowout risk as we usually run into with the Detroit Pistons. But Killian Hayes is going to start 6,500. He doesn't have a huge ceiling, but he's going to play 30 to 37 minutes. He played 37 minutes against the Bucks. Him and Jordan Ivey are the main usage guys, considering that the Pistons are so banged up with no Bogdanovich. Opens up a lot of shots for these guards. He needs 33 fantasy points to hit value. He's more of a cash game guy because he has a high floor. He's going to get you over 27, 28 fantasy points, but he doesn't usually get into the 40s. So a pretty safe play. And then if you want to look at a GPP guy, TJ McConnell looks pretty good, even if he comes off the bench. We saw him play really well last game. We have no Halliburton, we have no Buddy Hield, and we have no Chris Duarte. So it's the same, guys available as last game. He came off the bench and played 27 minutes, which for TJ McConnell, 27 minutes is a lot. He is extremely productive when he's on the floor with no Tyrese Halliburton. He got 34.5 fantasy points. More of a GPP guy because he is a little bit risky coming off the bench, but his ceiling is awesome. He can get you in the 40s. He can be like a 1.5 fantasy point per minute kind of guy when he is the main guard on the court. But we can expect him to see over 25 minutes, and whenever TJ McConnell sees over 25 minutes, the sky is the limit for him. He can easily get into the 40s with this kind of usage. And I'll say it again, it is the end of March. There are going to be a lot of games with blowout risk. There's a few on tonight's slate. The Bucks and Pacers, definitely one of them. Hopefully, with the Pacers being at home, they can kind of stay in this game. Giannis should be back for the Bucks, so it is a little sketchy, but I do like McConnell as well at point guard. Shooting guard, we're going to stick in this game. I like Bennedict Mathurin. He saw a ton of usage last game with no Halliburton and no Buddy Hield. He's had starts over the past week with no Halliburton, but Buddy Hield had been playing. Last game was the first game that Halliburton and Buddy Hield were both out, and we saw Mathurin be the main benefited guy here. 38 minutes for Mathurin, and the matchup wasn't even good. The Dallas Mavericks play really slow. He still got 36 fantasy points. We can expect him to see 30 to 38 minutes again tonight starting for the Pacers. And, in that starting lineup, If Miles Turner does end up playing, it kind of hurts, but not really. Matherin's still going to be one of the top guys used on this Pacers offense tonight. 5,400, he was 4,800 last slate, and he was extremely popular. I expect him to stay pretty popular, going up only $600. He needs 27 fantasy points to hit value. We can project him from anywhere to 28 to 36 fantasy points tonight. He looks like an overall strong value play and multi-positional eligibility, shooting guard and small forward. Small forwards go back to Nassir Little. The Blazers got absolutely steamrolled by the Pelicans last game, so we saw Little only play 20 minutes. They have to get really, really blown out for these Blazers guys to not play in the fourth quarter. They were down by 1 million to the Pelicans, so we saw the Blazers play their backup to the backups. Considering we can assume all the starters for the Blazers are going to be shut down for the rest of the year, it's this B squad that looks really good. Nassir Little, Drew Eubanks, Shaedon Sharpe, who's the power? Matisse Thybulle. Nassir Little is the best guy out of this bunch at 4,700. He can do a little bit of everything. We just got to hope that it's not like a 30-point game in the fourth quarter against these Kings. The Blazers are at home. I don't think the Kings are necessarily, a star-studded team. I do think the Blazers can stay in this game. So as long as they're not down by 25 plus in the fourth quarter, we won't see that C squad. We'll probably end up still seeing these guys like Little and Drew Eubanks finish this game, hopefully. But we didn't see that last game because they were down 1 million to the Pelicans. Power forward, we're going to go on the other side of this game. If this game can just stay within like 15 points throughout, this is probably my favorite game to pick from tonight. Sabonis at only 10,200. He should be almost 11,000 in this matchup. This guy has been cooking. Just a great cash game guy. He's going to get you over 40. He's projected for like 51 fantasy points tonight. That's what he needs to hit value. He's a triple-double machine, a double-double machine. We can expect him to get plenty of usage in this fast-paced game against the Blazers. I think it's like a 239 over-under. Again, if this game can stay remotely close, it's going to be the De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis show for the Kings. There's no reason not to think that Sabonis becomes one of the best, if not the best star to pick on tonight's slate at 10,200. And then we'll say in this game, I talked about him when talking about Nassir Little. Drew Eubanks looks good at 5,600 as long as this game can stay within the spread. He's going to see 30 minutes, and he's been, a high usage guy as their only big man. We saw him play 32 minutes when the game stayed moderately close against the Thunder a couple of games ago and got 43 fantasy points. He needs 27 to hit value, and he right now is projected as the best center value on tonight's slate. So like I said, just cross your fingers that this game stays remotely close, which, I do think it should. The Blazers are at home. And Eubanks looks really good along with a lot of other guys in this game. That'll do it for this video, guys. Let's cash out tonight and rev up for baseball tomorrow afternoon. I am super excited. Give this video a like. Make sure you are subscribed. I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. Peace.